It is almost 10 minutes to midnight of Tuesday, the 16th of March of the Gregorian year 2021. And I am addressing you live from my country with a very, or I should say, extremely tragic heart. Yes, a very, very heavy, sad and tragic heart. I have been considerably sad, distressed, and no doubt very, very worried about the current situation, which has been continuing for several weeks, even in my neighboring country, Myanmar, formerly Burma. But some news broadcast by the BBC World Service shattered me once again. If I'm not wrong, the country happens to be Mozambique, in which reports, or I should say from which reports came out, that even children as young as 11 years of age were beheaded in public even before their own parents, even though desperately worried and afraid mothers who remained helpless to save such children in fear of the lives of their remaining children. I begin to wonder in which world we are living today, and how can we end such barbaric inhumanity in our world? As I also mentioned in one of my former telecasting, that the world discovered that the League of Nations failed in protecting millions of people, including babies and children, from atrocity committed by regimes which be deemed evil by their very nature, which even led to the initiation and instigation of the Second World War. I begin to query whether the United Nations organization are doomed to fall into a similar trap, into a similar pit as their predecessor, the League of Nations. Unless the world communities intervene, such evil be bound to continue, because this is the very force of darkness which we confront today. Those people who execute innocent children in the name of the Almighty are anything but the friends of the Almighty. On the contrary, they are the very enemies and the foes of the sole creator of all of us, the Almighty. This is a fact which none of us can reasonably deny. And therefore it becomes the duty of each and every single state of the United Nations to act collectively and unitedly against such evil, without delay, without veto. If any member of the Security Council ventures to veto on such an issue, that particular member be deemed unfit for the civilized world. There is a quadrant alliance formed inter alia, if I'm not wrong, or I should say by 4 countries, namely Australia, India, Japan, and the United States, in order to combat terrorism on various fields of the world. But we need more help, more cooperation. The world as a whole has to intervene. The world as a whole has to battle against such evil in protection of the innocent, even those children which have been victimized by extremists in certain parts of the world. I have decided to speak here live because certain other sites of the internet restrict my freedom of speech. But as a human being, I cannot keep quiet while I am being acquainted with such grim and heartbreaking news. News which tears me apart. News which robs me of my sleep. News which keeps me unhealthy. I therefore, most humbly and with all due respect, beg the world communities, wherever their seats may be, and the world leaders to come forward and end these evil practices initiated and enhanced by extremists, even the enemies of the world as a whole. There cannot be any justification in waiting and letting others, even the innocent children, be beheaded in public, even in the very sight of their own parents. There cannot be any justification in considering a proper time of debate, because the proper time is now, but not merely for debate, but for appropriate and preventive actions. I therefore beg you once again, O leaders of the world, come forward and act in combating such evils of the world and protecting the children of the world. They are the future of their communities, the future of their nations, the future of the world, and the future of all of us. I thank you with my most mournful and heartbreaking greetings in anticipation for kindly coming forward and acting effectively. May the Almighty, on whom I set my hope, protect the young children, the babies, and the women, and also the men who have been victimized and are continuing to be victimized in the hands of such evil men. May He protect all of us, particularly those who come forward to protect the innocent. This is my most humble message of this day, of this night. Thank you once again.